We've spent the last 6 episodes exploring a powerful way of being. The non-negotiable mind isn't something you use. It's something you become. That becoming happens through the long game of exercising virtuous self-control in the moment of choice, day after day, until excellence becomes your nature. What transforms when you stop negotiating with yourself and start aligning with reality? 6 transformations. 6 ways your life changes. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. To begin, your identity stabilizes. At first, choosing your identity is deliberate work. You decide who you want to be. You reinforce that choice through action. You practice virtuous self-control to align your behavior with your values. But through repetition, your chosen identity becomes expressed automatically. The gap between your conditioned self and your preferred self narrows. What once required deliberate practice becomes effortless. What once demanded conscious choice becomes natural expression. Your identity becomes reliable. Your self-trust compounds. Self-trust becomes predictable. You have certainty that you'll act in alignment with your values. You'll know deeply that you keep yourself consistent with your word. Every scheduled task you execute builds self-trust. Every honored word strengthens it. Every moment of virtuous self-control adds another layer of certainty. This compounds. Over time, following through becomes automatic. It's not something you doubt or question anymore. You become someone you can rely on with every choice you make. Negotiation disappears. Attempting to negotiate with the circumstances arises from unclear identity. When you haven't decided who you are, every action becomes a debate. Should I do this? Do I feel like it? Is it like me to do this? But when your identity stabilizes, when your word becomes binding, negotiation is not reasonable. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't negotiate with yourself about whether to do it. You don't weigh the pros and cons each morning. You just do it. It's non-negotiable because it's part of who you are. Or showing up for work. You don't spend 30 minutes each morning debating whether to go. It doesn't even occur to you to negotiate. You go. You fulfill your obligations. The non-negotiable mind extends this to your goals. You become someone for whom negotiation is simply not required. Your choices become non-negotiable because your identity is non-negotiable. You know who you are, so you know what to do. Reality alignment becomes effortless. Reality alignment begins as conscious practice. You accept causality. You choose your tasks deliberately. You refuse to negotiate with reality. You act in accordance with your identity. This takes attention. It takes effort. It takes practice. But over time, something shifts. You stop trying to escape causality. You stop wishing for outcomes without corresponding actions. You stop resisting the work required to achieve what you want. Instead, you simply accept reality and you act accordingly. This becomes how you naturally move through the world. You no longer have to remind yourself to align with reality. You just do it. You live in harmony with reality instead of resisting it. The effort dissolves. The alignment remains. Your life becomes coherent. Coherence emerges from consistency. When your identity is stable, your word is binding, your actions are aligned, and your choices are consistent, something remarkable happens. Your life becomes coherent. Your days reflect your values. Your actions reflect your identity. Your results reflect your choices. Your life reflects your philosophy. There's no internal contradiction, no fragmentation. Your life becomes an integrated expression of who you are. Every piece fits. Every action aligns. Every result makes sense in the context of your choices. This is what coherence feels like. This is what it means to be of one hue and equal to yourself under all circumstances, as Seneca, the Stoic, put it. The non-negotiable mind becomes your natural state. This is the culmination. Through training, through practice, through reinforcement, through embodiment, you arrive at a state where the non-negotiable mind is simply who you are. It's no longer something you need to think about doing or something you maintain through discipline. It's your natural state. This is virtuous self-control exercised so consistently that it becomes effortless expression. This is the training. Not someday, today. Not later, now. The non-negotiable mind isn't a destination. You can't arrive. It's the direction you choose again and again until the choosing becomes who you are. Here's what to do right now. Pick one task you've been negotiating with yourself about. One goal, one habit, one standard you've been compromising on. Every time it comes up in your schedule, it's an issue. Decide that it's non-negotiable from now on. Write it down. State it clearly. For example, executing this task is non-negotiable. Read it aloud once with conviction. That's it. You just practiced identity declaration. You just stepped into the power of a non-optional commitment. Now honor it. Honor yourself. When it's the next task in your schedule, execute. No hesitation, no debate, just action, because that's what you do. That's the non-negotiable mind. Use it well. That's it for today. Catch you next time.